Hey everybody. So I read on the Facebook group about an issue that's been happening on several sites. The issue is the following. It doesn't matter where you put the sidebar on the search results pages, you can put it on the left or on the right. When you go to the mobile version, to the phone version, this shows for some reason at the bottom. So if you don't know Google Chrome or Firefox, you can right click, effect, and if you click here on this little icon of a phone and a tablet, it takes you to the phone version of the site. Uh, Not 100% accurate, but it basically uh, gives you an idea on how it would look. So here on this phone version, make this a little bit bigger, so you can see. Um, you can see that I don't see a search at the top. But if I scroll all the way down, I see it here. So obviously, most people are not going to look for the search at the bottom. They're going to look for the search at the top. So this video is about moving this puppy over up here. So the first analysis that we're going to do as a front-end developer or the owner is we right-click this element here. And yep, yep, it's exactly like I thought it would be. So we're gonna play like a little story here. So this is the parent element, and this is the son or daughter that we want to move as the first element. So we're going to put this one above this one. This one, just in case, it's all the search results, all of them. You can see that if I highlight this, that thing turns blue. So it's telling me that this element here is this whole thing here. If I highlight it here, you can see that blue area there. But if I select the one below, see, if I put my mouse there, it shows that. So we want to put this one above this one. We know that this is the parent element, and these are the like the kids of it. So we're gonna play a little story here. So I'm gonna do all the code here, and then I'm gonna paste that code into the backend. I'm gonna put the code in the settings, design settings, custom CSS head, and just like paste it there. Actually, let me just make sure you only need this part of the code to actually make it work. But in the Facebook group, I'll paste the code right there and then. Okay. So let's begin. So we have a parent, a mommy, call it mommy element, okay? And she has two kids that we want to uh, play around with. So one of the kids, it's not supposed to be in the position that it is right now. So mommy told the baby element, hey, can't be there. To be the first one, wrong order. Let's call baby element the other one. Selector here. And the other baby element is literally this same thing plus this. Put it like this. That there. At the dots. Here we got the mommy element. Here's the baby class elements. There we go. Okay, so we got the mommy element, and she's been having issues with a baby element that is not following the rules or just, having some issues with typical issues between the kids and the parents. And then suddenly the baby element grew. So it's a, I don't know, it's a teen element now. And the teen element got a car with a car. Okay? The teen element got a car and said, well, I'm leaving because, something, something, something. And mommy element was sad that her baby left her. Okay? And there, gone. You can see that the search box is gone. But we now gotta put it up here. So the teen element with a car, he had his fun and all that, but at the end of the day, you remember the values that his mom, her mom, gave that teen. So that teen came back to mommy because she loves um, her mommy. So um, the teen element with a car came back, and let me see here. We got the mommy element over there. Repent element. Yep. So we got the search now at the top. See? A nice story about a mommy element that we're gonna copy and just paste it here. And her baby element that, went on a car or something. Hey, the baby element wanted to grow and have a car. And the baby element actually did get a car. But then the baby element, Gene, in this case, being element with a car, learned the hard way that nothing is more valuable than parents that we have. Time that we cherish with them. So with all this code here, let's assume I'm gonna put a defer here. Let me put something else that I missed here so nobody has an issue. And also an issue with the story. Put defer there. So now we know we have a little story about mommy element with the baby element that left but then came back because the teen element loved his mommy or her mommy. And if we refresh this whole page, now the search should be at the top. So if I go to this, it goes away because I put the rule, let me refresh here, put the rule that applies for the whole site. So now we have to say that this applies only to when we're on the phone, basically. So in order to do that, we're going to put a little check to make sure that we're in the phone. This gets executed, but if we're on the desktop, it doesn't. And there's a quick on JavaScript. The quick, I think it's inner. Yeah, with. You can see how it works. I got here 1872, and we actually go to the phone. We have this size. Put it like this, and we start changing this puppy. We got 1485 there. If I go like this, till it shrinks to that point, right there. We got 985. So let's just say there. What do we have there? 985. Let's just say 990. So we're gonna do an if, quick if here, where if window inner width is lower than 990, then you execute this thing, and only then. Let's save that, and let's see what's gonna happen. I go to full width. I'm gonna refresh. You can see the sidebar here. It's working. If I go to phone and refresh, it shows this here. Now, the correct approach of this would be to, or for a developer if they want to take it from here. This won't affect you as the owner. You can copy and paste this code. It's going to work automatically because most likely, only developers actually use this tool that I'm using right now, this responsive design thing. But if you're a developer and you actually want this to actually work for the responsive design here, you would basically put this into like a set interval, it's called here. This I'm just complicating stuff for you guys, but this is basically saying, well, check every so often that um, the code is working, uh, the width, the code, the whatever you're checking inside this, working with whatever variables you're checking. So here we're saying, well, every so many milliseconds, check if this is happening. If this is happening, then execute that this code that we have here. What's happening if the window inner width is lower than 990 pixels? If it is, this gets executed. Now, this would be the the correct approach, but you also need to make sure that you're able to reverse what I did here. So it's very simple, but I'm gonna leave it there like a task for all of you developers. You only need to reverse the order in which I did this to be done. And this logic that I'm about to do here, or you will be adding here on the else statement, would apply for just this case where I'm doing this stuff. That's all. If I go to the phone version, it will look great. If I go to the desktop version, it will look great. Okay? So hopefully if you have a developer, they should be able to do this. If you like fun and you want to play here with the story here, you should be able to do that too. Um, but for everybody else that doesn't want to play with this, you only need this lines, which are the ones that I'm putting on the Facebook group. Okay. So with that said, think positive and big hug.